TH1 by Trents. It's described by its loyal fans as some of the best out there. And if we're being honest, it's questioned by everyone else. But what's the real deal with this product? I'm going to help you guys figure it out right now. What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in a new, well, not really new place. If you've been with me here on the channel for a while, you will have seen me do videos here in the past. This is actually my editing room. This is where I make all the videos. I really just felt like a change of scenery today. I've been doing so many videos across the hall in the studio. I felt like just setting up and shooting in here today. And no, I will not be doing every video from here going forward. I just wanted a change of scenery for today. But Trents TH1 was sent to me for review a long while back. I've had it for several weeks now. And for those that don't know, this is a brand from Australia. Their owner and brewer, obviously named Trent. His name's Trent. It'd be weird if his name wasn't Trent at this point, but his name is in fact Trent, and he runs the show over there at Trents. And what took me so long to get this to you guys here on the channel was actually I was waiting for their other product. They have this skin oil. It's a tonic for your face, and I was going to showcase that as well alongside the TH1 with you guys right here, and it never arrived. I'm not sure what the deal was with that, but I decided instead of just continuing to wait, I would just talk about the TH1. And I know you guys also were waiting on this stuff. A lot of you have been asking me some questions about it. When I first heard this stuff was on the horizon, I saw pretty much nothing but posts talking about how great it was. I saw nothing but hype. You know, it was better than More Smotley. It's the best. Blah, blah. All the hype was just heavy. You know, and what was really funny about that, if I'm being honest, what was really funny about that was as soon as I uploaded my first thoughts about TH1 to Everything Bombing, as soon as I said something, because it's obviously not comparable to the treatment styling balm, and suddenly folks forgot that they said you could use the TH1 and never buy More Smotley again. You know, they suddenly had some amnesia about them saying that. But they are two separate things entirely. They're nothing alike, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that they're not comparable. More Smotley is completely different, and really just because this is not TSB doesn't mean it's not TH1. There are still some really cool things to talk about with this product, so let's get down to business and talk about the specs. According to the brand, the Trents TH1 was developed to provide a great and versatile finish and hold. It was also designed to not only style well, but to provide crucial minerals, extracts, and amino acids to the hair and scalp. The hold here is described as versatile, and the finish does say matte on the jar, but the site does describe a varied shine based on use as well. The size and price on this is 3.4 ounces for $40 Australian, which is about $28.71 USD. Now there is a lot more to this product as well to talk about, and to just leave it there would almost be a disservice to you guys and this product. You see, they mention a lot on the site regarding ingredients. This product was made with a blend of 6 extracts, 2 carrier oils, and some keratin, and they were all put in there to work together to provide the scalp and hair with some health, a lot of health, and on top of that, DHT blocking, which of course is hair loss prevention. And all of this is working together as you style, which is pretty incredible if you think about it. Looking inside the jar as well, we get our first look at this product here, and what I see is a soft, somewhat thick product that scoops out and breaks down a bit creamy, but it can be a bit choppy too based on how much you have in your hand and, you know, things like moisture and everything like that. But as it breaks down, I get a bit of tack in there, which is a great indicator to see how it's going to work in my hair. Now, for those that are asking and wondering, the brewer, yes, the brewer is the same brewer and owner of Kinsfolk Grooming, which we have taken a look at in the past, but I am told that that that's no longer a thing. That brand has nothing to do with this one. And I actually asked Trent, I wanted to be very clear on how I demonstrated this product to you guys. I wanted it to be 100% correct. And what he told me was that it could be used as both a pre and post styler. Pretty simple. So I figured the first thing we should do is take a look at this product as a pre-styler. So let's of course do that. We're going to start with damp hair. I also want to add this is freshly cleaned damp hair, and of course there's nothing being added in, just the product. I wanted to make sure to show you guys what this product does as a pre-styler. I'm working it all the way into my roots here, making sure it covers the hair completely, and then we're going to blast it with the blow dryer. I am skipping ahead here so you guys don't have to sit through the entire blow drying thing. There's really nothing to see there, just some standard blow drying. Here's the result we get after that though. I think actually it's looking pretty good. The hold is nice. It's nice and present. You can see we got a great foundation there for post styling. There's a lot of volume, not so much texture. The finish, I kind of feel like it's not quite matte, but we are set up pretty nicely for post styling. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add in another scoop, just one more, and notice how when I add that scoop in, the finish changes. It actually gets a bit more shiny, not a ton of course, but it was interesting to see that finish change a bit during this test. Hold wise, it's great though. It's holding very well and it's giving me zero resistance with the comb. In fact, there is no tug or pull at all with this product. It's got great application. It's very responsive with both the fingers and the comb, and really in the end I think it all leads to what I think is a pretty decent style. Let's jump now into the endurance here. This is 4 hours in. I only did 4 hours so that I could give you guys a look at another method of styling with this one, but 4 hours in I think it's actually still holding up very well. The finish has lifted a bit, so you can see that it's a little bit more on the matte side now, not fully, but it's closer to matte than natural. I think it revealed more texture too as it settled, which I think is a really nice development. After testing it out as a pre-styler, I do think it works pretty well in that capacity. As far as hold and a foundation goes, I thought it actually was pretty ideal for me. I'd prefer it to be a tad bit more dry myself. You can see the finish there at the end. It was a little bit on the low shine end, and then as I added in the post-styler, that low shine got a bit more dominant. And really in the grand scheme of things, that's not the biggest deal. But I did also want to show you guys real quick what it's like to style with this product just as a post styler. No pre-styler, just blow dried hair and a scoop of this. I know we are going long, so just sit with me for a second. I didn't want to leave any info unsaid here, so real quick, let me show you the style I got here just applying this to blow dried hair. Here I can see a big difference. It's more dry for sure. I just use one larger scoop, my standard scoop size, and the hold is very present. It doesn't have that kind of gleam that we saw in the previous demo, and while the shape and overall style probably isn't as good as what we saw earlier, it is holding up just fine. Moving into 4 hours here, wow, we can see a lot of it has deflated. It is somewhat reworkable, meaning we can get some of that volume back as we mess with it, and I actually do think that the finish is more dominant here than what we saw in the pre-styling test. That matte finish is more apparent to the visible eye. Overall, I'd have to say, well, it looks okay. Moving on now to the scent. I do think the scent it's not too bad. Again, I keep saying that it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You know how I am with scents. My nose is so screwed up from my allergies that sometimes I'm way off, but it doesn't really give me the vibe of a cologne type scent. But either way, I can tell you that it's not super strong. Once you actually scoop it out of the jar and apply it to your hair, I don't even smell it actually when it's in my hair. The washout though, now that was great. This one comes straight out with just water. Even those clays, nothing is left behind when I rinsed it out with water. But when you do rinse it with water, I want to make sure to say this. When you rinse it with water, you get a great sense of those health infused ingredients. The stuff we talked about a second ago. All those great ingredients that are infused in the product, you get a really good sense of those being in your hair. It's kind of like a leave-in conditioner of sorts when you rinse it out of your hair. I think it does a great job of really making that known when it rinses out. If I were to take all of this information though, everything that I've presented to you, and bring it together here for my final thoughts, what I think we have if I'm being honest, I think this right here as its own product is better than everything I saw from Kinsfolk. You know, they are made by the same person, so that's why I'm saying that. Initially, I did have some concerns over performance. I didn't really know if pre and post styling was going to work. I kind of felt like it maybe wasn't as good as some other things I've pre-styled with in the past. That shine is a bit of a kicker for me. I would have liked it to be more matte, but on the other side, it does style extremely well. It holds up very well as a pre and post styler. It does give you some of that great volume, some of that great hold, and for some people, that's really going to be a big benefit. When you're using it by itself as just a post styler, it does give you more of that matte paste type experience too, if you're looking for that. You guys saw it in the demo. It is a little bit more drier. It does, you know, for me, I'm naming off these criticisms. It did give me a little bit more of the stuff I was looking for, but I kind of felt like it was a trade-off. So if we used it as pre and a post styler, it didn't give me the, you know, matte paste experience, and if I used it as a post styler alone, it gave me the matte paste experience, but the style was better the other way, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like there's some give and take there. Now, as we bring this to a close too, I do want to acknowledge and mention some of you did bring a few things to my attention. The obvious heavy hype building on Facebook, and then the similarities between this and the other Australian brand Patrick's, you know, the Patrick's M1, the Trents TH1. I get it. I think you guys definitely have a point. I can see both sides of the argument here. I think for me though, as far as what I'm trying to do here, I think it's better to not sit here and just connect dots all day. I think it's better to just focus on the details of the product, you know, what it does well, what it may not do well. I think this does a lot of good things well. So I think it's better to just focus on that and allow you guys at home to make your own decision. And if you'd like to check out the Trents TH1, a link will be in the description there for you guys. And of course, I'd love to hear your opinion on this product. I always love hearing from you guys, so drop me a comment down there. And of course, like, subscribe, all that great stuff if you haven't already. Thank you very much for checking out this video. I'll be back to you guys again very soon. And until then, take it easy. I'll see you next time.